Okay, we're gonna start. Okay. Did you all bring your chopsticks?
I did.
Good job. Okay. Welcome to Bring Your Own Chopsticks, please. This is a collaboration between Illuminations and UCI Kitchen. So first of all, I want to thank Greg Rosberg, who's the director of the UCI ARC, not just the kitchen. He's the director of the ARC. So thank you for letting us to use this alternative space for our performance. I'm Daphne Lei. I'm the director of Illuminations, Chancellor's Arts and Culture Initiative. Illuminations is, as I said, Chancellor's Culture and Arts Initiative aims to bring arts and culture to every part of the campus, to students, regardless of your major. So this is one of the events that we do, and I also want to thank our chef Jessica Van Roo and her team in the back. She's been cooking since yesterday. And today's show is with Theater Walks. You can read a little bit about Theater Walks in the program with all the AAPI undergrads. We have been working on this show since last quarter, even though this is a small show and anybody who has been in the show knows how much work it is. So this is our experiment. I call it experimental culinary play. So we'll see how it goes. One thing to please, two things. Be mindful. One is I want you to be quiet if possible when the show is going on, because this is not a theater, so the acoustic is not designed for performance. Another thing is during the performance, I will need your participation. So at one point, actors will tell you to stand up and then just follow their order, and then you'll be part of the show. All right. Okay, so enjoy the show.
Woo!
Lunchables. You take them stupid ham and cheese and crackers and call it a sandwich, or put some tomato sauce on this cracker and call it a pizza? No, don't tell me. And a juice box? Really? How old am I, Mom? Why do you still give me Lunchables? Well, at least there's still Snickers.
Are you not going to eat the rest?
Absolutely not. I'm so sick of it. My mom is so lazy. She doesn't make me box lunches. Our fridge is stocked with Lunchables, so we just take one before we leave. And I can't take it anymore, so I'm hungry all the time. And you know what she said when I told her that? Take two. Take two? I can't even stand one.
Can I have it?
You liked it? Do you want another one?
You don't want the candy?
Nah, you should have the whole thing.
See, this is so easy. No mess, just throw it away, no dishes to do. You don't even need chopsticks. I love the American way of life. I've pretty much stopped eating Chinese food. It's been 3 years, and I'm trying my best to get rid of my fogness. Well, at least I hope. First of all, I won't be that kid with smelling Asian lunch anymore. At first, my mom was trying to give me a Chinese-style lunch, using a special lunchbox, trying to keep it warm. But I told her not to bother. Just give me a sandwich. A clean, cold sandwich that you can finish in 3 minutes. Or not. Oh, and a Starbucks drink. You cannot have a meal without a drink. Here is a must to have a vanilla frappuccino with extra caramel drizzle, 2.5 shots of decaf espresso, half ice, and extra whipped cream. A drink with a long name in a plastic cup and a straw. This is the American way. This, I told my mom, is the basic girl aesthetic. And she actually believed me. Then my name. My friends back in China call me Zhong Anqing. A perfectly normal name, but when I'm here, I'm Anqing Zhong. Anqing Zhong, An Qing Chong. No one here could pronounce the words properly. Pretty soon they became Ah Ching, Ah Chong, Ah Ching Chong, a Ching Chong China man, a Ching Chong China girl? Stop! Just call me Annie. Annie. No Ching, no Zhong, just Annie. You know the best thing about getting a sandwich from your Chinese parents? You can always complain about how bad American food is.
I can't believe you actually like it. It's the least nourishing thing on earth. We're all the same.
They're actually all very different.
Well, I tried to bring you different ones. My mom buys them in bulk, so we have all different kinds. Sure, they're red, blue, green, yellow, ham, cheese, crackers, hot dogs. You think you're getting different things, but they're ultimately all the same. Cold, plastic, corporate, greed, commercialism, capitalism, environmental disaster, global warming, corporate! Wait, did I say corporate already? It's corporate greed and it disasters the environment! I'm gonna introduce these. Thanks so much. Imperialism, colonialism, it's the end of humanity! It's purely functional. Everything I'm given is purely functional. Put on clothes, bike to school, swallow some food, do homework, sleep, and repeat. Put on clothes, bike to school, swallow some food, do homework, sleep, and repeat. Put on clothes, bike to school, swallow some food, do homework, sleep, and repeat. on clothes by the slug and going through the motions! Any attempts to make it mean anything more than that are pointless. It all feels so hollow. There's no soul, no beauty, not even meaning in my lunch or anything I do. Why don't you eat your lunch? What's in it? Oh, it's hot. What is this?
Adobo.
Real food, still hot, salty. Not bad. Why don't you like it?
I don't like adobo. It's just bad. It's so salty. Can you taste the toyo? Soy sauce? It's just way too much. And listen, I love garlic. Love it. But she doesn't have to put that much, especially with how long she cooks it. I know she wasn't cooking in the Philippines because she had maids and all of that. My mom likes to tell us how rich her family was. So I'm not expecting 5 quality star here. But holy hell, it's always overcooked. The chicken's definitely falling off the bones.
It's not that bad. Actually, she cooks.
That's the only thing she does. She cooks, recooks, and overcooks. Every day I come home and I smell adobo and I just want to throw up. I used to like adobo when I was a kid, but everything is different now.
I bet she's nagging, too.
Super.
Always talking about how hard she works.
Asian moms.
Fifi.
Jojo.
Oh. I actually kind of like this adobo. Okay. Maybe just a bit salty.
Just eat more rice. I know I do.
I actually kind of like adobo. Things all cooked down, mixed up. When you bite into it, there are layers of flavors. And sometimes it tastes burnt, and sometimes you bite into bones. Maybe that's just JoJo's adobo. She says her mom keeps reheating it, and that's why it gets to be so salty. But I kind of like it. My mom was even heat up TV dinners for me. I like adobo because it's messy, complicated, inscrutable, mysterious, Asian. Oh, I'm half. You can probably tell. My mother is Japanese, but she never told me the other half. I know he's white. Pretty sure. But she just never wants to talk about it. She just works hard, super hard. I rarely see her, but sometimes when it's late at night and I go to the kitchen, I see her drinking alone. She would rant about the struggles, the discriminations, the dirty politics in her company. That's why she's working so hard, to be the boss. But then when I go out to her the next morning and ask what happened at work, she would tell me nothing. She sometimes speaks Japanese when she's drunk. A beautiful mysterious language that I don't understand. It sort of sounds like weeping. Or is that because she's weeping? I imagine she's saying lullabies in her mother tongue. My mother's mother tongue. I don't have a mother tongue because she only wanted me to speak English. You can't have an accent. When I was little, she would look at me and say, "You can pass. You look white. You can make it here."
All right, everyone, make a cue for the
Make a
fun.
cue for Just the people that run like these three. Come on, let's go. I'm starving. Let's just get burritos.
No way! Finally, it's my food as a cultural special. I haven't had pho for ages. I even brought my own chopsticks. Oh, the chicken pho smells so good. I can't wait.
You're lucky. People just butcher Chinese food nowadays since it's nothing special anymore.
I mean, they had Chinese food as a cultural special last month. Some general whatever chicken.
General Cow Cao chicken, but it's supposed to be General Tuo. General Tuo's chicken. And General Tuo is a real person. Who is this General Cow anyways? It's just sweet and sour chicken. What Americans like. Panda Express style.
I like Panda Express.
But seriously, there was this General Wong's beef. What's with all the generals? Who is this General Wong anyways? What happened to all the women?
Oh, don't forget General Lee's pork last week.
And Lee, spelled as an L-E-E.
Robert E. Lee, 1807 to 1870, commander of the Confederate States Army during the American Civil War. Did he eat pork?
I give up. I'm just gonna get a burrito.
No, wait. Okay, let me tell you a joke. So you know how British people call lines queues? So then a line for pho would be called a...
Yo, everyone, they sold out.
My heart is broken!
It's not worth it. I had it. Just get a burger. At least I've mastered that. That pho was so bad. It was so bad. Are you good? Yeah, they totally fucked it up.
Did you hear that? They fucked up the pho! First they gave us a long pho queue in order to get our hopes up. Yes, we had to be patient, but we were hopeful. And then they fucked up the pho! They totally fucked it up! Just like the war!
There wasn't even vegetables.
Basil, mint, bean sprouts, lemon, cilantro, sriracha!
They had Tabasco.
Were there at least some onions? No! No wonder it tasted bad! The onions make the broth taste good!
That's why the broth was so bad. It had no depth, no complexity, no spirit, no soul.
Okay, so finally it's my cultural special. And they don't even know the proper function of an onion! I'm just a simple Viet girl who likes pho. Is that too much to ask? Is it? My family used to go to this one specific pho restaurant halfway across the city just to get good pho. But I haven't gone home in a while and I miss it.
Yeah, same here.
We used to go there so often.
Yeah, they even knew our names.
Each one in my family.
I wonder if they're still there.
I bet they are. I mean, it's a small family restaurant. The dad always yelled at the
The
mom.
mom and kids.
We all help out on weekends in the restaurant.
I bet they knew that.
Oh yeah. But my mom said, look at them, such well-behaved kids, helping their parents out, getting good grades.
Unlike you, lazy, bad-tempered, when are you going to clean your room?
When are you gonna get straight A's?
We would just sit there quietly,
Eating my delicious pho.
drinking the broth.
Something with depth.
Complexity. Spirit and soul.
Sweetie.
Chris.
Tôi là người Việt.
Tôi là người Việt.
Tôi là người Việt.
Tôi là.
No. Tôi là người Việt.
Tôi là người Việt. I can't.
You can't give up.
Why not?
You said if I teach you Vietnamese for half an hour, you would buy me bánh mì.
I can still buy you the Vietnamese. I just don't want to learn this.
You don't speak Vietnamese anymore?
I am Vietnamese.
You can't call yourself Vietnamese if you don't know the language.
That's not fair.
Fair? I had to learn English.
But everyone speaks English.
That doesn't mean it's easy. Look, you can't call yourself Vietnamese and all you know about Vietnam is your Sunday pho. It takes work to be Vietnamese.
Like what?
Okay, so you had chicken pho the other day. Yeah, I know it was bad, but do you know why the Vietnamese eat a lot of chicken?
But most food here are beef, brisket, even filet mignon.
That's America, a cow country. Well, for the Vietnamese, cows, well, water buffaloes actually, are essential farmers because they help cultivate the land. So it wasn't smart to kill them, now was it? Chickens though, plenty of them. If you go to Vietnam, you'll see them everywhere. You'll see them in people's fields, you'll see them in people's backyards, you'll see them crossing the
No way!
Seriously, the sound of chicken is nostalgia.
Bah, bah, bah.
My aunt tried to raise chicken in her tiny apartment in Manhattan. Prime real estate for free range chicken. It didn't work out though. And the second reason for chicken pho is basically communism. After Vietnam became communist in the 1950s, they imposed food rationing on the Vietnamese people. Beef was now a luxury item, so they had to find alternatives for their recipes, and they found chicken. You know, I just learned about the great history of Vietnam. That's the most important book to know if you want to learn about Vietnamese history. It's like a chronicle, writing things down year by year. First, they started compiling legends and historical accounts from the earlier periods, like 1479, but it was all written in classical Chinese.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Vietnam was controlled by the Chinese for many, many, many years. If you want to be Vietnamese, you need to study hard.
Then I guess I don't want to be Vietnamese anymore.
You are Vietnamese.
You just said if I want to be Vietnamese. So it's a choice. My parents don't even speak Vietnamese.
Your grandparents? Then why do you go to a pho restaurant every Sunday?
Because pho is my food, my religion. Because I like it. I'm quite a connoisseur. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be a pho chef and have my own shop.
Yeah, and serve all the Viet kids who don't even know how to say their own names in Vietnamese.
Gifts galore.
Good.
Now I really feel like I'm in the movies. On a date with her boyfriend, maybe laughing, eating chop suey from a takeout box, holding her chopsticks like this.
What is chop suey anyway? Did your folks invent it?
Some kind of made-up Chinese dish. Cheap, salty, greasy, chopped up exotic, unknown ingredients. Inscrutable, mysterious. Symbol of Chinese. Chinatown Chinese.
Little Saigon Vietnamese.
Laundromat Chinese.
Nail salon Vietnamese.
Oh, and after you're done, don't forget to put your chopsticks in your hair.
Yes, so it's very convenient the next time you're hungry.
Or you're about to commit suicide.
Oh, for the white devil you love.
Oh, child.
Hi. Are you ready for more lessons?
Oh, you're back.
I was, but when I remembered how hard it was for me to learn English, I wanted to help you.
So, how old are
When I got here, 11.
you? Still young.
But still old enough to be self-conscious.
Well, you know, kids are mean. They make fun of everything. It's your lunch, your look.
You got that too?
Yeah,
But you speak perfect English.
it doesn't really matter.
Listen, I thought if you let me, I can help you become Vietnamese.
I thought you said I was Vietnamese.
You are, but not quite. But you are learning Vietnamese culture and language, so I'd say you're halfway there. Actually, you're almost there.
So, promise you make me
We'll be Vietnamese together. Now, try to say tôi là người Việt.
The caption's so wrong. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu doesn't exactly mean let's work hard today.
What does it mean then?
It's like saying please, or having some kind of a no, it doesn't sound right. Like being very humble when you're being introduced. Okay. Like making an ask for something, but being very, very polite. Okay. You and I are going to work together. But I'm telling you ahead of time that you're going to have to take care of me because I'm not worthy or something like that. Figure of speech. Japanese are always super polite. I'm learning that now. My mom never taught me that. I think she's trying very hard to avoid being this passive, submissive, typical obedient Japanese woman.
And you're trying to?
Oh no! Wait. That's I'm learning the language, so I need to understand the context, the mentality, the physicality, the philosophy, the big picture. So you're my answer. That's too low.
Oh, I got it! It's like, 请多多指教. It's something you say when you exchange business cards.
What does it mean?
Well, it's kind of hard to translate. It's like, please correct me or please take care of me. But the fact is, you haven't even worked together yet. So how do you ask someone to correct you?
Figure of speech!
Oh.
That one too! Otsukare sama deshita isn't quite good work today. It's like, you're labored or you're tired. You've done a lot of work today, and I appreciate that.
Lola, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes you say that as to say thank you, but you're actually acknowledging someone's labor.
Exactly! These are all such basic words, and they can't even get the translation right.
Calm down. You can't expect everyone to understand the nuance behind Japanese words, right?
Why not?
Nuance takes time, long time. I know my English is not nuanced enough.
But then it isn't authentic without all the little nuances, all the tiny little things.
Then turn off the subtitles.
But my Japanese isn't good enough yet!
Is it such a big deal that the subtitles aren't exact?
Yes? No? I don't know.
Look. Anime isn't like real Japan, right? The characters aren't real. They have big eyes, purple hair, whatever. The point is they don't look Japanese at all. Why should the subtitles be translated perfectly?
Because
You take it too seriously. It's just anime. What's the big deal?
Because it's all I have. That's how I learn Japanese. That's how I find my homeland. My mom's homeland. I have to do it this way. My mother only let me watch American cartoons in college. Now, for the first time in my life, I see something that feels like home. I missed out on this for 18 years.
Well, at least you don't have to put effort into being American.
But I don't want to be just American. You sometimes wake up in the morning and try to hold on to a dream. You know it was there, and you try so hard trying to catch it or to remember it. And my Japanese heritage is like that. I know I have it, and it's there, but I just can't quite reach it. At least not yet. I'm studying Japanese super hard, and I just want to learn where the hell I came from. I envy you. You know your language. You know where you came from. You're so effortlessly Asian.
Excuse me? Do you think I asked to be Asian? I came here to be American, but all anyone ever sees is Asian. You too. I'm not American. I'm not Asian American. I'm just Asian. A freaking Asian. I look Asian. I speak Asian. I even stopped eating Chinese food, so at least I wouldn't smell Asian. Look, you're better off where you are.
You want me to forget about all the histories? To give it up? To forget about catching the dream? All for the sake of blending in? You're as stupid as my mom!
Would you prefer to be discriminated against your entire life?
If it meant I could be myself!
Tama! Tama na, Nay! Huli na ako! Pero, salamat para sa adobo. Dinner? Alas 8? Sige. I love you, bye! I love my mom. I really do. But out of all the plethora of Filipino cuisine, she just cooks adobo when there's torta tulong, sinigang, sisig. But I'm just stuck with adobo.
Hi, Gerald.
Ciao, em khỏe không?
Em khỏe lắm. Anh ăn bữa tối chưa?
Yeah, anh ăn phở gà.
Tốt lắm. Wait, anh ăn phở gà ở bên trường hay là bên nhà hàng?
Anh ăn ở bên nhà hàng.
Vậy thì mọi người ở đây biết có phở gà bên trường ở nhà hàng. Wait, you're speaking Vietnamese! You're Vietnamese! Look at him! He's speaking Vietnamese! He's speaking Vietnamese! Okay, obviously I did this. Now you have to buy me banh mi. I know your place.
City.
Sure, it's a date. My first Vietnamese date.
Jojo? Oh, I can't believe I saw you here. I thought you'd go far for college.
No, I couldn't afford to live in a dorm, so I commute.
Still eating adobo? Can I have some?
You may.
Thank you. Oh, so hot. Nostalgia! I really miss this. Just like what I remembered. Still salty.
And dry.
I don't eat Lunchables anymore.
What?
But I am learning to make curry, Japanese curry, from scratch. I was experimenting, adding this and that, and it ended up being a huge pot. And now I understand why leftovers get so salty.
Just don't make so much.
Why not? I loved it. I had meals for the entire week.
Trust me, having leftovers is no good. You have to smell it every day. You watch the food deteriorate, getting dry, skin melt, meat falling off bones, until you can't tell what's what. Big mess.
Sounds like a melting pot. American ideal.
Except some people don't really want us to melt.
Blend in.
Assimilate.
Does your mom still make a lot of adobo?
Ever since I was young, 8 maybe, my dad started not coming home. Sometimes they fought, sometimes my mom cried. She would cook adobo, the dish from home, my dad's favorite and mine too. But he wouldn't come home. So we waited and waited until the adobo was cold. And she heated it up, and we ate it. She cried, she shouted at us for the smallest things, and she would cook more the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and she cried and shouted at us, but my dad was not coming home anymore. My sister and I tried our best to eat it, pretending we liked it. But my sister's married and moved out, so it's just me.
Cooking sounds like therapy for her.
Maybe. But for us kids, it was like we were playing a game of catch-up. Trying to finish the leftover adobo. You can never catch up. It's a losing game.
Didi?
Oh, Annie, hi.
Oh.
Here. Yeah, it's fine.
What is it? It tastes like, oh, but it's chicken, right?
Filipino national treasure, adobo. Jojo's mom's the great chef.
It's good. I like it. Oh, sweet. Oh, hey, come try this. Oh, okay.
What
kind of special cultural food is this?
Smells like ice soup.
Steve, 拿给杨哥肯定啊！
當然一定要咁sauce。
你有冇看過我係黑鳥？我跟成個中國人，我要聽佢在 Iron Side。
Okay, 先過。
It's called adobo. Delicious, right? Georgia's mom is a great chef. I think she owns a famous Filipino restaurant.
Michelin restaurant.
5 stars!
Okay, so a little different, but I like it.
Hey, Jojo, why don't you bring some more adobo here tomorrow? We can all have lunch together.
Well, I'm not sure. My mom's pretty busy. Fine, I'll try. I'll tell her to cook more tonight. But bring your own chopsticks, please.
Chicken adobo, you guys will get the recipes if they're not in the inside already. The main thing about chicken adobo is the brands that you use, and this is the vinegar that you can use. I did not use the spiced one, but if you want to try something cool, use the spiced one. And then the soy sauce, yes, it's very, very, very salty. It's a higher salt content. It's the Swan soy sauce, okay? So that's for the chicken adobo. And it's freshly cooked, not leftover. And the thing about chicken adobo is, with all of these dishes, your mom makes it better than I do. I promise you, because your mom made it your whole life. So let's go on to the chop suey. Chop suey, the recipe was actually created by Professor Yang Chen on campus with his book Chop Suey. So that's the only vegetarian and vegan dish we have today, and I use tofu instead. So he usually uses pork. Now I'm going to go to the chicken pho, because this will be debated until the life and death of me. Best pho restaurant right now, people will hands down tell me Phoholic. This is not Phoholic. Phoholic pho uses very, very, very strong flavors. Chicken pho is very, very light. And what she was saying, it emphasizes the chicken. So the chicken that you buy. I went somewhere special and bought your chicken actually, and these are all free-range chickens, brown, young, free-range chickens. So the broth that you get out of it should be a lot more flavorful. If you were to look at how much oil, it's this clear yellow oil that's almost on top. And so the one thing I don't add in there that people will be like, well, why not? Because then I feel like it tastes too much like beef pho. I don't put cinnamon and I don't put star anise. I keep it coriander seeds and coriander only. So cilantro and coriander seeds, and that's it. We're gonna give you a little ginger dipping sauce, so if you want, you can dip the chicken. Again, the emphasis isn't on the chicken, it's the broth, okay? So the pho will take us a little bit longer. On your plate too, there's actually, so that's all your pho veggies. I want you to understand that when you go and eat pho, they usually only give you 2. And I didn't put onions on there, sorry, we'll put onions in your bowl. Oh no, we're in this table for me. The pho, sorry, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought, smelling pho.
The vegetables.
Onions on your plate. You have Thai basil, and then you also have bean sprouts that I blanched for you. There's 2 things on there that sometimes you'll see, but most of the time you won't. One of them being mint, and then the other one being culantro. Culantro is the one that looks like a salt. It's in the same family as cilantro, but it's called culantro with a U. And then there's one more in there that is my favorite, and I swear if you are a pho restaurant that gives it to me, I go back more and more. It's called a patty plant. And the patty plant is this one, and it's really, really good with chicken pho. It's this one that looks like this. So it grows on patties. And if you just eat each little leaf, you'll get a nice little flavor. And it's really refreshing. So there's all these different ones to put inside your pho. Give us a couple minutes, and then we're going to come around and serve you, okay? So talk amongst yourselves, ask questions. So we have all the actors here. If you have any questions for them or for me, we can all start. We can start.
Thank you.
So we sort of, this is like their story, so everyone has contributed to a part of the story. Yeah. Yes, please. This is the only performance, so you're lucky. Because we have to cook, and it's I mean, if I want to repeat it, I think Jessica is probably gonna protest. Yeah, it took her 2 days to do this. Yeah. Questions? Yes.
I'm over here.
So let's have everyone introduce themselves.
My name is Lynn. I'm a first-year drama major.
Hello, my name is Justin Lee. I'm a 3rd-year applied physics major.
Hi, my name is Alexis Shishockley. I am a 3rd-year drama major.
Hi, I'm just Lily. We're not related. And I'm a first-year French major.
My name is Kaylee Camille Dioso de la Vega, I know that's a lot, so she's Kaylee. I'm a fourth-year drama major.
I started Theater Walk 2015. And so far, the drama department has only produced one Asian American play. And that's why I started the group, to try to promote Asian American awareness and performance and all that. So if you're interested in joining the group, just contact me. I have my email in the program. Yeah. Other question? Yes.
What are your true honest thoughts about the Asian food they serve at Brandywine or Yankee Eatery?
Hey, that was an inspiration, right?
Yeah, I actually got chicken pho one day. It was bad. Okay, no vegetables, no onions, and like the soup. Like you know how she said there's yellow oil? Like you could barely see any of it. And then like there was like what 3 pieces of chicken. It's disappointing.
As the only 2 first years, we have many opinions about this. I have to say, they try their best. Sometimes their best is not accurate, but they do try. We had adobo sometime this week, and it was pork chop with sauce. But you know what? They do their best.
Yes. Do you cook your own cultural food?
Sadly, I have not been taught how to do that. But I do know how to use MSG.
In my household, we sometimes cook Vietnamese food like pho and egg rolls, and I help out.
Fried rice. That's about it. I do it the way my mother does with like scrambled eggs and then fried rice with it, and then also oregano. So
I was never really taught some of the more traditional foods, but we did do a few smaller, easier dishes that were traditionally Chinese. There's one delicious, almost like a dessert soup called tong yun, and it's really good. There's other names for it as well. But it's like boba, but if it was in hot ginger sauce.
Rice.
I teach a class, multiple classes, but one of the classes is about food and performance. And I make my students cook. So they have to find a recipe and cook it and take pictures and talk about that and talk about the relationship between food and culture and whatever, you know. Yeah, so I do, food is one of my research topics, so I have a lot of investment in it. Yeah. More questions? Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you all so much for sharing this work. I'm pretty sure it took a while, so thank you, very thoughtful. I'm curious, during the development, is there any hard conversation that you had? You know, because I'm pretty sure you'll like share lots of stuff and kumbaya, great, you know. But I'm curious as to if there's anything that was like maybe a little bit sensitive, like maybe you would love to share.
Yeah, you can talk about it. I mean, we started a long time ago, and so it shifted, and people left, people joined. Jessica joined last. I almost cut a role because I couldn't find it. Because somebody dropped out, and I couldn't find the role.
Yeah.
Somebody. So why don't you talk about what kind of hard conversations do we have, or do we fight for anything?
I think this was less about a conversation we had, more something I experienced getting the role. So Annie, her character herself is an immigrant from China who is, getting used to being in American culture where it's a very Eurocentric ideals and expectations. As someone who grew up, I like to call it double westernized because my parents and my grandparents both moved to Western countries, and so I'm just not as cultured as I'd like to be sometimes, but I found that I was having trouble relating to Annie in that, like, she's so set in her cultures, and I'm almost the exact antithesis of that. But I was finding when I was acting out the character that there was more similarities than I thought, you know, like, no matter how westernized that I've become, I still notice these little problems, like American food doing little things where I'm like, oh, that's weird. So that was something I did have to work through. Is that anything?
Also learning the part.
Yeah, learning the language, right? How did you like the Vietnamese spoken in the play?
It was great.
And Chinese. Yeah, so actors will actually have to learn those lines. Yeah. You want to talk about your experience?
We also did well in dialogue as well.
Yeah. I'm just talking about your because he's not drama.
Yeah, you missed it. Sorry.
Physics.
Your friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw this quick message from somebody. Yeah, it's just like it's just they needed like a 20-year-old Asian male with Vietnamese descent, and that kind of pointed to me. So I just tried it out, and it was a great experience. I think when it comes to the role, I think I can relate to my character to an extent because I did grow up in a Vietnamese speaking household, but I never was really pushed to speak Vietnamese. So I understand it, but I couldn't really articulate it. So I think it was great. Sandra, thank you for helping me. When it comes to the character development, when I was younger, there was a phase where I kind of didn't resonate with my Asian identity. I tried to move away from it a little bit, just through more through sports and the urban type of culture type of. I tried to escape, not escape, but I tried to spend my time there. But then over time, I realized that my identity was something I could be proud of and something that I can continue to work to reconnect with.
Anyone else? Okay, yeah.
So I see there are a couple of non-drama majors in your class. Are these any of your guys' plays?
Yeah. And Jessica, is that your first play at UCI probably?
It is my first play this year, yeah. I did help out with some drama majors last quarter in their directing class, but not to the scale before.
Well, and Katie, you're graduating. Wanna say something about your experience?
Yeah, coming in as a junior transfer, it was kind of hard because you're just learning how everything kind of works. And then I hit my senior year and know how everything goes, but at the same time, there's only so much time left before, gotta get out. But I'm really glad that Theater Walks offered this opportunity, especially for Asian American actors. I know that's kind of odd for our stories to be put on main stage shows, but I'm glad that we were able to put it on for here. So.
Other questions? Okay, yes. Okay, so I started meeting with people the beginning of last quarter, right? And then so we just said, okay, what do we want to do? And so one idea is, okay, food is always something people can talk about. So I started asking people to maybe you can write one monologue about what they love food, like 1 minute monologue. So we started from there, but then, as I said, people left, people joined. So I discarded a lot of the stuff. But throughout the process, we talked, right? So a lot of things are kind of from their stories, or they give me the idea that some of the ideas that like when she wrote all the Vietnamese lines. Obviously, I don't know Vietnamese, right? And then Alexis brings in the Japanese lines, and I said, "Whoa, they sound like all these Chinese ideas." So I put in the Chinese lines, right? So I basically write everything, together, put them together, and then I write it. But then it's a lot of their stories are in. Of course, there's a lot of imagination, right? So usually this is kind of the way I do things. Like I write plays is from like a lot of people's voices. So it's kind of like you do some research, you talk to people, you imagine something, you put them all together, and then obviously when we start rehearsing, we realize, oh, okay, there are certain things that don't work. What does it sound better to you? For instance, there's one line I find that you have trouble speaking. Then okay, let's say something different, but mean the same. So this is the beauty of doing something original. So I have the liberty to do it, to change lines, right? If you take from some established writer, you gotta rehearse that play, the copyright and things like that. I cannot change them. So this is the way I work, and then I just really thank all my students. They're powering me. We keep changing things till like today, right? We change certain things today. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think the food is about ready, right? So yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah, you traveling,